Once upon a time, there was a young man who worked diligently at a factory. His mentor, an experienced old technician, taught him to speak less, work more, and continuously develop his skills in every aspect of the factory's operations. After 10 years, the old man retired, and the young man took over as a technician. He continued his work with the same dedication and diligence he had been taught. One day, the young man visited his mentor. The old man noticed his unhappiness and asked what was troubling him. The young man sighed and poured out his heart. "I have followed your instructions exactly all these years. I keep quiet and focus on my work. I know I have done good work and learned all the skills there are to learn, but I don't understand why those with less experience and capability have been promoted, while I am still earning as little as I did when I was your apprentice." The old man asked, "Are you sure you have become indispensable to the factory?" The young man nodded confidently. The old man paced back and forth, thinking. After a while, he turned to the young man and said, "You must request a day off, using any reason you like. It is time for you to give yourself a break." The young man was surprised by this advice, but the more he thought about it, the more it made sense. He thanked his mentor and quickly made a time-off request. When he returned to work after his day off, the manager called him into the office. The manager explained that things had not gone well at the factory in his absence. Others had encountered many problems that he would normally handle, and they had no idea how to solve them. Realizing his importance, the manager decided to promote him to the position of senior technician to thank him and encourage him to keep up the good work. The young man was grateful for his mentor's wisdom. He thought this was the secret to success. From that point on, whenever he felt he deserved more than what he was getting, he would take a day off. When he returned the next day, the situation would improve to his satisfaction. This pattern continued for months. One day, the young man found himself blocked from entering the factory. To his shock, he discovered that his employment had been terminated. He could not believe it. Not knowing what else to do, he went back to see his mentor to figure out how things had gone so wrong. "Why did I lose my job?" he asked with wounded pride. "Did I not do everything as you instructed?" "Actually, you did not," the old man replied, shaking his head. "You understood right away that no one pays attention to a light bulb that is always on. It is only when it goes off that people suddenly take notice and realize they've been taking it for granted. You were so eager to apply this understanding that you left before hearing the second half. It began to dawn on the young man that he might have made a big mistake. What was the second half? The mentor spoke slowly to make his point. The second half, more important than the first, is the realization that if a light bulb goes off frequently, then sooner or later it will be replaced with one that is more reliable. Who wants a light bulb that no one can count on to provide illumination? In life, do you have friends and family members that you take for granted because they're always there for you? What happens if one day they are no longer there? Do not wait for such a day to suddenly realize how important they are. Give thanks today for the good fortune of having them in your life. Also, don't let yourself be taken for granted, but at the same time, do your work and don't stop everything just because it doesn't go the way you want it to. This is the key to success and happiness. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.